everybody, and welcome back to another Coaster Cheetah video. And in this video, I'm going to be going over my top 15 best coaster or park 1, 2, 3 punches. But before we begin, I want to talk about some breaking news that's going on in the coaster community, and that is that Mr. Freeze Reverse Blast at Six Flags Over Texas is scheduled to close this year. And we're not sure if it's permanent or just for a retheme or something like that, but this is very sad because this is such an underrated and forceful coaster. So yeah, that's really sad, and the direction that the Six Flags chain is going in now is just it's not good at all, and they're closing sections of their parks, and I really am just disappointed to see this, and it's really not looking good for them at all. So anyway, let's get into the 15 best Park 1, 2, 3 punches, starting off with Energylandia, Zadra, Abyssus, and Hyperion, and these are 3 of the best coasters in the world. Abyssus is highly underrated from what I've seen. Looks like a great Vekoma coaster. Hyperion is one of the best roller coasters in the world, an incredible Intamin wing hyper coaster. And they have Zadra, which is one of 3 RMC hyper hybrids in the world. I mean, this is just, like, basically you can't get any better than this, but we are not ranking in this video, so these are just the 15 best, and not in any order. And now for our second best, we have Cedar Point with Maverick, Steel Vengeance, and Millennium Force. And I did this because when I went to Cedar Point, Untitled Chapter was closed. But Untitled Chapter may take one of these spots here instead. But for me, I went with Millennium Force, Maverick, and Steel Vengeance. Again, just incredible coasters. The world's first Intamin Giga and the world's first Giga ever. And also the world's first Intamin Blitz coaster. Ultra intense, super cool. Then they have the world's first hyper hybrid coaster. Again, spectacular ride, and was considered the best roller coaster in the world for a couple of years. And some people still consider it to be the best in the world now. Then we have Knott's Berry Farm with Accelerator, Hang Time, and Ghost Rider. And Hang Time can be replaced by something else, but for me it looked like it would be the best pick for this, and all of this is just definitely great. An awesome Gerstlauer Infinity coaster, a unique, awesome Intamin Accelerator coaster with a great launch, and one of the best wooden coasters in the world. So you can't really get any better than that. But now moving on to our next 1, 2, 3 punch, we have Phantasialand with Terran, Fly, and Black Mamba. And again, just an outstanding collection of coasters, all incredibly themed, like Disney Universal level theming, with one of the first Intamin Blitz coasters, Terran. Then the world's first next generation Vekoma launched flying coaster with Fly. And then a really underrated, awesome, highly themed B&M invert with Black Mamba. And now for the next 1, 2, 3 punch, we have Canada's Wonderland with Yukon Striker, Leviathan, and Behemoth. And while these are good coasters, it is probably one of the weaker ones on the list, but Leviathan and Behemoth are really good coasters here, and Yukon Striker is a pretty good B&M dive too. And now for our next 1, 2, 3 punch, we have Islands of Adventure with Incredible Hulk, Hagrid's, and Velocicoaster. And the main ones here are Velocicoaster and Hagrid's, but honestly, Hulk is also a really good coaster. Even though it's just another B&M looper, it is unique. All these are heavily themed, and yeah, just a really good 1, 2, 3 punch here again. And now we have Thorpe Park with Colossus, Stealth, and Swarm. However, you could replace one of these with Saw too, because Saw is a pretty good coaster too. And this is just another really good collection of rides. Stealth being an awesome Intamin Accelerator coaster. Colossus having 10 inversions, which at the time was record-breaking, and actually still is kind of record-breaking. Then Swarm, which is an awesome B&M wing coaster, and Saw, which is a highly themed, dark-themed Gerstlauer Eurofighter. So awesome coasters here. Then we have Hershey Park with Storm Runner, Sky Rush, and Candymonium, and 2 awesome hypercoasters by 2 awesome manufacturers, and then a Intamin accelerator coaster with probably the unique layout on an Intamin accelerator coaster, and just all around awesome. Candymonium just puts a smile on your face the whole time, and Sky Rush, well, it doesn't have the best restraints. It's just such an intense and good coaster. Then we have Six Flags Great Adventure with El Toro, King Dakar, and Jersey Devil coaster. And again, just a really good collection of coasters, and one being the tallest coaster in the world, the other being the tallest wooden coaster in North America, and then Jersey Devil coaster, which was the largest single rail coaster in the world, which is not much of a record because there are few single rail coasters currently, but it's just such a cool coaster, and yeah, pretty awesome here. King Dakar, one of the best launches in the world. Then now for our next 1, 2, 3 punch, we have King's Dominion with Twisted Timbers, Dominator, and I-305. And in my opinion, Dominator looks like a pretty underrated floorless coaster. And obviously Twisted Timber is one of the best RMCs, even though it is a smaller one. And then Intimidator 305, which is known as the world's most intense roller coaster, an Intamin Giga coaster, so awesome there. Then we have Kings Island with Mystic Timbers, Diamondback, and Orion. And this is kind of similar to Canada's Wonderland's 1, 2, 3 punch with a B&M Giga and a B&M Hyper. But instead of a B&M dive coaster, they have an awesome GCI wooden coaster that goes through the woods, and it's just really awesome. So yeah, again, just another solid collection of coasters, and Mystic Timbers could actually be the favorite in this bunch. So yeah, pretty surprising there. Then we have Six Flags Magic Mountain with Twisted Colossus, Wonder Woman Flight of Courage, and X2. And this was pretty tricky because Magic Mountain has a lot of great rides, but I felt like these were the best. And X2 being one of the craziest coasters in the world. Twisted Colossus being the only dueling hybrid coaster by RMC. And Wonder Woman Flight of Courage, which is the largest single rail coaster in the world. Just a whole bunch of awesome record-breaking coasters. Then we have Busch Gardens Tampa with Iron Gwazi, Montu, and Cheetah Hunt. And I'm sure you can make an argument for maybe a different coaster to be on there, like Kumba. But this is what I chose because I liked it the most. And this is my top 3 coasters at Busch Gardens Tampa. Then we have Liseberg, which has Balder, Helix, and Valkyria. Just another really solid European collection of rides, Balder being one of the few Intamin prefabs. Then Helix, which is widely known as one of the best roller coasters in the world, or at least one of the best in Europe. And then Valkyria, which is a B&M dive coaster, which is actually their most recent coaster. And yeah, another really solid collection of rides. Helix looks awesome with the lifts or pre-launch section with the drop out of the station, and yeah, it's just really awesome. Then for our final one, our 15th 1, 2, 3 punch, we have Fujiku Highland in Japan, with Dododampa, Ejinaika, and Takabisha. And this is probably one of the best on this entire list. Ejinaika is widely considered a top 3 coaster in the world. Then Dododampa, which has one of the best launches in the world. And the awesome vertical loop. It looks great. Used to have the top hat. Then Takabisha, which is formerly the steepest roller coaster in the world. Now it is the second steepest, so still a pretty impressive record there. So yeah. A bunch of outstanding coasters on this list, and there are some parks with other great 1, 2, 3 punches, but I felt like these were the best in the world. So yeah, if you agree, please comment down below. And comment down below what other video ideas you'd like to see on the channel. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.